Hi guys, I wanted to show you how to create your teacher page on our new Mary B. Austin website. So there's a couple of different ways you can get to it. Easiest way would be to come over here to your name. You can see I'm logged in as Miss Fisher right now. My page was already created, so I'm going to use hers to show you guys how to create a page. So if you come over here, actually let me show you this first. When you come to school staff, you'll notice that none of you guys have an arrow next to your name, but that I have one here. This is going to be the link that visitors to our page would click on to get to your staff page. So right now, with just the envelope, right now they only have the ability to email you. But once we get your staff page created, then they'll have that arrow there to link them to your page. But if you come up here to where your name should be in the top corner, once you're logged in, you're going to click on My Pages. You can see right now that there's nothing here. So you're going to click on the plus sign to create your page. You can see it already, once you're logged in, it's already going to put your name there. Make sure that that is how you want it listed. You'll see it saying it's not published because we haven't created it yet. The URL path is already listed there for you. Right here where it says empty page, we want to change that. We want to click on teacher page for this one. So make sure you've changed that. Once you've had that, if you want them to be able to search for you, if you want to give a keyword, again, using your name, you can. We could also put Title I, that's what Miss Fisher is over, so they could search for her by Title I. They could search for her by her last name. You don't have to include anything there. That's really just if you want to. Now, once you have this created, just come up here to save. And now your page is created. Now, you see a couple of things up here. Don't worry about this stuff right here. If you want to click on design page, you can get to it that way. That's probably the quickest and easiest. There's a couple of other ways that we'd have to kind of click back to get there, but we can use this one. So right now, this is what your page would look like if somebody clicked on your name, but we haven't done anything to it. So we want to change this and edit the page. So at the top left, you'll see there's this edit page button. When you click on this is when you're going to be able to make changes to your page. So you don't have to label this anything. It's going to automatically give it a timestamp. But if you want to say, today's date or something like that, just to remind yourself, you can. So click create. So now it's created an editable version of your page. So first thing we want to do is change the name to Miss Fisher's name. We want to give her title, or you would give your grade level, what grade you teach there. Okay, phone number, put the school's phone number. Do not put your personal phone number here. The contact button right here, you're not going to be able to edit. That's already going to link your email address, so you don't have to do anything here. You can also, if you want to put grade levels taught, all subjects, whatever you want to put right here, you can. I'm going to leave this blank for Miss Fisher to edit if she would like. I will add, let's see, computer lab. Let's see, Miss Fisher also does STEAM, and she is our math lead teacher. And then we can always come back and edit that. If you want to change anything on here, if you maybe want it to stand out a little bit different from what you have up here, you'll notice you have some buttons where you can edit. So let's say maybe I don't want this to be the same color as the title here. You can highlight, you can change the font. It doesn't give you a whole lot of options as far as font, what you can choose. There's not a lot of fancy or cute ones here for you to choose from. Again, if I want to change the size of it, I can, but I wanted to change the color here. So I could just come here. Let's go with a blue. So you can see it saved it as the blue. This is going to do a background color. So if you wanted to put a box or something behind it, you could. If you want to hover over this is going to change your background a little bit. You'll notice if I click on muted, it kind of gives it a little bit of a gray background. So it's going to have it stand out just a little bit. You could always leave it white, completely up to you. Down here on bio, this is where you might want to include some your teaching experience, professional information. Ms. Fisher has passed that on to me, so I'm going to include some of that right here. Now, where it has this drop content, you'll notice at the bottom you've got a few different things that you can include. So if you just want to start typing, if you come to the text button and you click on this text editor, drag it up, and right here under bio where it says drop content, you'll see it kind of turns orange. Put it there and you'll see you get another drop content kind of added. This is just going to give you a little bit of space between everything. So I'm going to start typing here. So let's see. I actually want to add a title to this first, so we can distinguish between her education and her professional experience. So educate. I can't spell today. Education, and then let's see. She bachelor's leisure services, master's in alternative. Let's see, bachelor's in leisure services, University of South Alabama, master's in alternative teaching, Spring Hill College. And then let's see, let's add another title so we can get her professional experience added in here. We're just going to call that experience. And let's see. Bear with me as I type. Okay, so now we've got that finished. And so we have her education, her professional experience. You can keep adding, a text editor box by clicking here and dragging if you want to add more information as far as a bio. You'll notice at the bottom, there are 3 boxes. You do not have to keep those. This is if you just want to have where you add news posts, meaning like maybe just, updates for your class. Over here, you have your own classroom calendar where you can add an event. If it's something where you just want to have the school calendar, I would delete this. And then again, if you want to upload documents, assignments, things like that, you can always put it there. If you don't want any of that information on there, all you do is come back over here to where it says sample new posts. Notice you'll have that toolbar pop up again. The trash can is where you can delete. So we can delete that post from there. You don't have to have it. Now, I know a lot of you guys have an active Twitter feed. And so if you want to add your own Twitter feed to this so that your parents can open your website and see some of the things that are happening in your room, then you can add that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So first thing you would want to do is go to Twitter. We're just going to grab the URL for your class. And I'm going to grab Miss Fisher's. So I'm just going to come up here to the and grab the URL for her actual Twitter page. Then I'm going to go to publish.twitter.com and just paste that URL in here. Now, once you paste the URL here, you're going to click the arrow. We want to embed the timeline, your actual Twitter feed, into this page. Now, we do have to set some customizations here, and this is going to be determine how big it's going to be on your website. So Mobile County is giving us a 300 by 300 to set it at. That is going to make it, you can see here, kind of skinny. It depends on if you have a whole lot of other stuff happening on your page. If you want it to be bigger, you could always make this just, I wouldn't go crazy, but maybe make it a little bit bigger. You could set it that way. So I'm going to leave it at 500 by 500 and then just click update and copy code. So now that you have your code copied, you're going to come back to your page, and then where we have one of these drop contents. Now, since I made hers just a little bit bigger, I want to change the layout. You notice here that this is actually a 3-column layout, but I'm going to make it just a 2-column, and you can adjust the sizes of those columns. So I'm going to grab this one here. And again, be careful you don't drop it into one of the 3 columns that was already there. Come up to a bar that's going to go all the way across. Drop it there, and you can kind of see this one's going to be a little bit bigger than this side. So now that you've done that, we're going to grab that text editor again, and I'm going to come drop it into this bigger section here. Once I do that, now I'm going to come over here to my settings, that little wheel, click here, and I'm just going to paste that URL that I had copied from Twitter, save that. You'll notice it kind of takes a second, but now that Twitter feed is there for Ms. Fisher. If she had something else she wanted to pop over here and put onto her page, she could do that. Notice you've got a few other options that you could put in. Icons, I'm just going to show you these. I'm not going to add it to hers. But icons, you can link to your YouTube if you have one for your class. If you just wanted to put a link to your Twitter and not actually show the feed, you could do that. If you have certain websites that you use a lot of in your class, extra math, if you want them to be able to access iReady, you can always include that as a link, and you can do that by choosing the icon and having it there next to it. And then when you would go to advanced settings, you could paste that link. I'm not going to put that on hers though, so let me get rid of that little icon there. Now, once you have everything laid out here, and let me show you these real quick. You can add images, pictures to your page. You could put a slideshow that play pictures. You can upload documents. You can upload videos. Lots of different things you can put onto your page. There's a lot of different layouts you can choose from if you wanted to put that there. Again, if you wanted like a flashing announcement that would pop up. A light box would be something that if you clicked on, if a parent came to your page, it would be something that popped up immediately, and the parent would have to interact with it before they could move on. So you know how sometimes you go to a website and it has a pop-up and you have to click on that pop-up before it does anything? That's kind of what that is here. So you have, like I said, a few things you could add. Once you're pretty much set with how you want your page to look, if you come up here, oh, I almost forgot the picture. My bad, guys. Let me go back up here and fix our picture here first. So when you come here to upload your picture, when you click on there, notice it defaults to that grayed out picture. That's just what Mobile County set up as the icon to remind you to add a picture. When you come over here to the ellipses, you do have to upload a picture first. So if I go to upload, and I actually have all of the staff pictures saved, so I'm going to grab Miss Fisher's. There's Miss Fisher's picture. Once you upload it to your library, then you just select your picture and click OK. It put it in there. It will, notice you get the alt tag, just staff. If you don't want them to be able to click on your picture and open it in a separate way, just don't worry about clicking on opening a new window. So once you've put your picture in, just click save, and now it's there. So now that we've done everything we want to do on this, we just come up here to preview. That's if you scroll all the way back to the top, it's going to show you what your page is going to look like if somebody were to click on your page. So right now, this is what Miss Fisher's looks like. Again, that was kind of a quick, there's so many other things we could do and add to her page. But if she's happy with the way, it looks, you can close out of that preview page. And let me just kind of close these out as well. Close out of that preview page, and then you come back up here and you just click publish. So now when we go back to school staff, you'll notice Ms. Fisher now has a clickable link to take whoever visits our Mary B. Austin page to her page. Now, I did want to show you, I told you about having those icons for links. When you have that, so this is, I inserted an icon here, and these are just different websites that we use in the Emerging Tech Lab. So if a parent wanted to go explore, the Bloxels app or Tinkercad, if they wanted to look at those things, they could see that. Your tweets do automatically load. So anything you post today will automatically upload on the website for your Twitter feed as well. So let me know if you guys have any questions, if something's not working for you, and I will do my best to come and help you guys out.